So my duck is flying the flag for Open and bringing in lots of different people, and the fact that actually Open is in all shapes and sizes, and it means different things to different people. And then in the middle of it, you've kind of got all of these different platforms that you can put all the open content out there, whether it be digital or old traditional methods of what does open mean in the world going forwards. And it's kind of, with the little duck, he's bringing in all these other different people and forming people together and getting other people to start flying the flag.
Here's my duck. He's called Walter, and Walter brings things to the party. So he's brought things to make other projects with, and he's kind of got. I was thinking of putting a door on the back so he could be open or shut, depending on my feeling. But actually, he's stayed open. So he's got a large kind of container on the back to put things in and carry them around.
Is there any significance to the things he's put in?
Not really. They would just fit in there. And other people could see it. I guess it's interesting because they're visible.
This is my duck, and he's got all of his little treasures in little packages, and he's openly sharing them, and here's another duck that he can share them with.
This is my duck. He doesn't have a name yet, but I wanted him to be able to move, so I couldn't find any wheels for him, so I put him on some water so he can move about. And he's got a sort of flower plant there so he can stay alive and sustain himself, and he's also got a human helper to feed him if he needs some extra food to be sustainable.
Okay. Tell me what it is about the duck that is open.
He can move. He's not static. He's got water to swim in and feet
Okay,
to help him around. Yeah. So I was trying to think of how he could be shared, and I suppose him being able to move around the world.
So it facilitates sharing the mobility. Okay.
Yes.
My duck is on a bicycle. I saw it and thought wheels good. So he's travelling down the open road. The only trouble is that as he's travelling down the open road, there's sort of a few roadworks in the way. So things like, maybe licensing issues or access issues, which stop him being quite so open.
My duck is in a recycling bin, and it represents the recycling motto of reduce, reuse and recycle. And so the idea is that you reduce the amount of resources that you're creating because you reuse and then recycle the resources that are already out there. The monkey, I'm not sure if that is just a monkey because it's just a monkey, or whether it's existing publishing and textbook models and teaching resource models that currently exist, and he's trying to track down the duck. It's probably just a monkey.
This is my very minimalist duck with 2 extra bricks. You mentioned openness, so it was open for an open umbrella, but also the fact that communities of practice do tend to sit under the same umbrella.
My duck just has open wings, because I think when something's open, you give it wings to fly, to travel, to go to new places, to find other ducks, to meet new ducks, to start new communities of other open ducks.
My duck is it's bridging people and communities and perhaps different ways of thinking, different ways of working. So through kind of being open or either sharing or being a shared artifact, it's forming connections between people.
Okay, and tell me about the people.
Well, not necessarily people. As such as kind of different communities of people who maybe think in different ways, so maybe people who might be very technologically positive, people who might be perhaps more analogue in their ways of working, or analogue and digital. So people who prefer to work in the physical world. Bringing those people together and using their ideas.
Another flying duck. I'm afraid. I imagined it having wings for flying, and it has to do with the flow and flexibility and traveling, flying, opening up.
Duck is open in many ways. Well, it's open in terms of space. It can go anywhere. It's open to different type of company, and it's also it's a sort of connectivist duck. So you've got people. It's not finished, so people can add bits to it. So it's kind of constantly being remixed, repurposed.
Tell me about the shark and the skeletons.
Open to different type of company in a way.
Right,
So that's what it is.
what is the shark?
That's the mook. No.
Oh, right. I'll probably stop about there.
Yeah.
My open duck, she's a noisy duck with a big mouth and big ears to hear lots, so she's a very chatty kind of duck. And there are kind of tiny wings there, but hopefully she will fly off at some point, I guess.
He was too busy being a duck to produce an elaborate resource or anything. So he just opened up a part of his self by being transparent in a certain area of his self, and that's what he did.
This is, you can't quite see, but it's a policeman with a whip and a net chasing the duck which is fleeing up a ladder. And I suppose for me, kind of openness means escaping the kind of regulation of those who would want to police certain types of activities or informations.